Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. A massive blast has hit a huge Russian ammunition plant, shaking the region and exposing deep cracks in the country's military infrastructure. The explosion comes at a time when Russia is already struggling to maintain its weapons production amid international sanctions, battlefield losses, and relentless Ukrainian strikes. At almost the same time, a powerful sea drone used by Putin's forces in the Black Sea was blown to bits, marking another symbolic and strategic defeat. These two events happening together have sent shockwaves through both military analysts and ordinary citizens, as they reveal how vulnerable Russia's military industrial system has become under continuous pressure. The explosion was not a small fire or an accidental mishap. Eyewitnesses describe a deafening blast that ripped through the night, followed by a series of smaller detonations as stored ammunition ignited one after another. The sky glowed orange from the fires, and a plume of thick, dark smoke rose high above the area, visible from several miles away. Satellite images taken shortly after the incident show the once massive facility reduced to rubble, with its outer walls collapsed and surrounding structures scorched. This plant, one of Russia's largest suppliers of artillery shells, rockets, and explosives, played a crucial role in feeding the country's ongoing war efforts. Its destruction has left a gaping hole in the production chain that will take months, if not years, to repair. The exterior of the site now resembles a war zone. Buildings that once stood tall as industrial powerhouses are now twisted metal skeletons. Trucks and military vehicles parked nearby were scorched beyond recognition. The scale of the blast was so immense that windows shattered in towns several kilometers away. Locals reported feeling the ground shake as if an earthquake had struck. Emergency response teams and firefighters rushed to the site, but were forced to keep their distance for hours due to continuing explosions within the facility. Drone footage captured by local media shows fire crews spraying water onto burning debris, while plumes of smoke continue to rise from underground ammunition chambers. It's clear from the footage that the destruction is total. No structure appears to have survived intact. Inside the facility, the damage is even worse. Internal reports suggest that production lines, conveyor systems, and munitions storage halls have been completely obliterated. Steel beams have bent and melted from the extreme heat, and walls once reinforced for blast resistance have been blown apart. The interior layout of the factory is now unrecognizable. It's believed that the initial explosion started in one of the central ammunition storage units before triggering a chain reaction that swept through adjoining sections. Some leaked security footage shows sparks followed by a blinding flash, confirming that the internal fire spread faster than any safety system could control. Fire suppression systems appear to have failed entirely, either due to the blast or pre-existing neglect. Performance-wise, this event speaks volumes about the current state of Russia's defense operations. Ukraine has steadily improved its long-range strike capabilities using drones, missiles, and special operations tactics. Each new strike seems to reach deeper into Russian territory, targeting vital assets once considered untouchable. The precision of these attacks shows not only intelligence accuracy, but also advanced coordination and timing. The destruction of the ammunition plant suggests that Ukraine is deliberately targeting the backbone of Russia's war, logistics, its production facilities, fuel depots, and command centers rather than just front-line positions. Meanwhile, Russia's counter, drone and air defense systems have once again failed to intercept or prevent the strike, raising serious questions about the effectiveness of their military technology. At the same time, Putin's much-touted sea drone, a supposed game-changing weapon for naval dominance, met its end in the Black Sea. The drone, designed for surveillance and explosive strikes, was detected and neutralized by Ukrainian forces before it could complete its mission. The destruction of this drone isn't just a tactical loss, but also a symbolic one. Russia has heavily invested in these unmanned systems to counter Ukraine's naval advances. Yet this incident proves that Ukraine's defensive measures are evolving just as fast. Reports indicate that Ukrainian naval units used a combination of radar tracking and electronic jamming to disorient the drone before launching a precision strike that blew it apart. This victory in the Black Sea underscores the adaptability and growing confidence of Ukrainian forces, who continue to challenge Russia's dominance in the region. In terms of safety, this entire disaster highlights the glaring lack of proper security measures within Russia's military infrastructure. Modern ammunition plants are supposed to have layered safety systems, fire suppression networks, blast walls, isolated storage zones, and emergency shut-off mechanisms. Yet, evidence from multiple similar incidents across Russia suggests many of these facilities are outdated, under-maintained, and operating under extreme pressure to meet wartime production quotas. Experts believe that in their rush to produce more munitions, safety checks were skipped, equipment wasn't properly serviced, and dangerous materials were stored too close together. The result is what we saw here, a catastrophic failure that not only destroyed the plant but also endangered thousands of people living nearby. The environmental and civilian impact is another growing concern. Toxic fumes from the burning ammunition have spread across the area, prompting residents to stay indoors or evacuate. Local hospitals have reportedly treated several people for smoke inhalation, though official casualty numbers remain unclear. Videos posted online show people filming the explosion from their homes, their voices filled with fear as successive detonations echo in the distance. This is not an isolated event in recent months. Several Russian industrial and military facilities have suffered mysterious explosions and fires, each one chipping away at the country's ability to sustain its war operations. What makes this event truly unique is the combination of two major blows happening almost simultaneously: the destruction of a critical ammunition plant and the loss of a sea drone in the Black Sea. It demonstrates Ukraine's expanding operational reach, hitting strategic targets both on land and at sea within hours of each other. This level of coordination suggests that Ukraine's military strategy is no longer reactive but offensive and proactive. It also sends a clear message to Moscow: there is no safe zone left. Even facilities deep inside Russian territory are now within range of precision attacks. For the global community watching, it underscores the changing face of modern warfare, where intelligence, technology, and timing can outweigh sheer numbers. From a financial perspective, the cost of this explosion is staggering. Rebuilding the plant could take hundreds of millions of dollars, not to mention the value of destroyed ammunition and equipment. For a country already straining under economic sanctions, replacing lost infrastructure will be a long and difficult process. The materials needed for advanced ammunition production, like high-grade explosives and specialized components, are heavily restricted under global trade bans. This means Russia will likely struggle to restore full production capacity. The indirect costs, including loss of morale, logistical delays, and reduced firepower on the front lines, make the real price of this explosion far greater than what can be measured in money. For Ukraine, on the other hand, this operation represents a low-cost, high-impact success. By targeting production and supply facilities rather than battlefield units, Ukraine can disrupt Russia's ability to sustain its war effort with minimal risk to its own forces. Each successful strike not only weakens Russia's logistics, but also boosts Ukraine's confidence and international support. These victories reinforce the narrative that precision, intelligence, and adaptability can challenge even a larger military power. The aftermath of the blast will likely trigger a major investigation within Russia, but as with similar incidents in the past, the official explanation may downplay Ukrainian involvement. State media may blame technical malfunctions or accidental fires to avoid admitting another security failure. However, independent analysts and satellite data leave little doubt this was a deliberate, well-coordinated attack aimed at crippling a key node in Russia's military supply chain. This event also holds psychological significance. For ordinary Russians, the increasing frequency of explosions within their own borders is unsettling. What was once a distant conflict has now reached home. For Putin's leadership, these incidents erode the image of control and strength that the Kremlin tries to project. Every destroyed plant, every intercepted drone, and every failed defense system chips away at that narrative, creating growing tension within Russia's political and military hierarchy. The simultaneous loss of the sea drone adds another layer of embarrassment. It shows that even Russia's advanced technology, touted as the future of warfare, is not immune to failure. Ukraine's naval defenses have become highly capable, and their use of intelligence sharing with Western allies allows them to counter threats that once seemed unbeatable. The destroyed drone will serve as a reminder that Russia's dominance in the Black Sea is no longer guaranteed. As the smoke settles over the ruined ammunition plant, the larger picture becomes clear. This isn't just about one explosion or one destroyed weapon. It's about a shifting balance of power, where precision strikes and smart tactics are redefining the rules of engagement. Ukraine's continued ability to hit vital Russian targets is reshaping the war's trajectory, forcing Moscow to divert resources to defend its own territory rather than focusing entirely on the front lines. In conclusion, the massive blast that tore through Russia's ammunition plant and the simultaneous destruction of Putin's sea drone in the Black Sea mark another turning point in the ongoing conflict. These incidents reveal the growing reach and effectiveness of Ukraine's operations and the mounting vulnerabilities within Russia's defense network. The loss of infrastructure, technology, and morale cannot be easily repaired. As both nations adapt and evolve their tactics, the world watches the consequences unfold. A modern war fought not just with weapons, but with intelligence, innovation, and relentless precision. The message is clear. In this new era of warfare, even the most fortified structures and advanced weapons can fall in a single, devastating moment.